Okay, so, hey guys, Renji Abare here with subbing in for Pain Painter because he can't make videos on his current computer. So, I have a deck build that he gave me as Madolche's that I'll be showing you guys here, explaining the combos and all that in his place. Basically, this is a deck build that he made himself. He gave it to me kindly. So, basically, 3 Messengelatos because this is your main level 4, and it's the only warrior in Madolche's. Remember that, because you will be getting to some Xyz monsters that require some warriors. Basically, you don't want to normal summon him. You want to special summon him using any means necessary. But you do remember, you do need a beast type Madolche. So basically, his main perks are going to be if you special summon with Hoot Cake or Mewfistle or Mewfile. And then you get add a Madolche card from your deck to your hand, such as Chateau or Ticket, which we'll get to later. It's also the strongest in attack Madolche monster, well, Madolche normal monster, not really normal, but effect, other than the Xyz. Then here's Madolche, the spellcaster for him. Basically, you want to normal summon this or flip summon it, because it doesn't matter, because what you want to do is you don't want to special summon this one, because you need a normal summon or flip summon it for its effect to activate. But basically, when it's normal or flip summon, you can add a Madolche monster from your deck to your hand, such as that Messengelato if you have that Mewfile in the hand, or the Angeli if you want to. Run 3 of them, because they're also level 4, which we'll get into later why those are important. Angeli, this is a fairy, which we'll go into later why this is important. What this is going to be doing is you're going to tribute this and special summon Hoot Cake from your deck, which we'll get to him later, and basically use Hoot Cake's effect and get out Messengelato, and then the good old combo there with Messengelato getting a spell card. Croissant is the level 3 Earth Beast one. Basically, you can bounce. Basically, what you want to do this is when you can normal summon this monster, then bounce back a Hoot Cake you may have thanks to an Angeli effect, and then you increase this level by 1, which allows you, and it gains 300 attack, which you won't be worried about the attack, but its level will increase, which is important for the Xyz monsters. Here's Hoot Cake. Basically, you want to get this out only by Angeli effect, because you can target a monster in your graveyard and banish it. Then if you do, summon Messengelato or whatever you want, but it can't be Hoot Cake. And you can only use this once, and Hoot Cake is only level 3, so remember that for the Xyz monsters. Then here's Mewfile, mainly used for when you normal summon it, you get out Messengelato and get his effect out, but it has to be normal summoned, you can't special summon it. On 3 of them, 3 Hoot Cakes and 3 croissants and 3 Angels, of course. But Raigeki, good board clear, self-explanatory. Reinforcement of the army, get that Messengelato in your hand if you have that Mewfile. Upstart Goblin, draw power, self-explanatory. You're supposed to have Typhoon, blow that back row up. Book of Moon, target one face up. Basically, get rid of that annoying monster that has high attack that you can't get rid of right now, but set it that has low ass defense, like that. Whatever. It's I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but basically you're gonna want to do that. Madolche Ticket. This card is what you're gonna probably be searching out a lot for with Messengelato, because when a Madolche monster's effect activates, which basically when it hits the grave by battle, it's gonna pop and recycle back. Well, it's not really by battle, but either by card effect or battle, but it pops back to your deck, and then you get to add a Madolche monster from your deck to your hand thanks to this card if it's down. And if you have Angeli on the field, you get to special summon that monster instead of adding it to your hand in attack position. Chateau here, this is their field spell. Basically, when it's activated, you get to shuffle all Madolche monsters from your graveyard into your hand, such as that Angeli that you have in there, but you didn't get out the Hoot Cake, or that monsters used for Xyz that don't get shuffled back. It also gives them 500 attack and defense, and if a Madolche monster effect would activate, you can add it to the hand instead. Air Force, pretty self-explanatory. It's probably the best Mirror Force right now because it returns the cards to the hand instead of destroying them, because there's a couple monsters here nowadays that can't be destroyed by card effects. So I'll notice negate those pendulums because they still get sent to the grave with this, even though they're pendulum monsters. But basically, use this to negate mass summoning or a really strong monster that you don't want to deal with. Trap stun, you don't want to get mirror, you don't want to build all this up and only to get Storm Mirror Force, Sandstorm Mirror Force in general. So you're gonna want to run Trap stun. Madolche Pudding Princess, Chocolate mode, Chocolata mode. I don't know how to pronounce that, but basically, you only exceed summon this because there's only 2 you can exceed summon this with, and that's the Pudding Princess. Madolche Pudding Princess, which I don't run in this one, which Pain doesn't run in this one, and I don't run it, but it's either that or Tiramisu, which we'll get to later. But basically, what you can use this card to effect to bounce a Madolche to your deck, but basically you're only gonna want to use this to get that because they'll have Madolches added onto it, so you can use that to mill out the Madolches that are on there, recycle them, get that ticket effect out. Run 2 of them, then you run 3 Madolche Queens, Tiramisu. God damn, I'm bad at pronouncing games. But basically, you're gonna want to do this with Messengelato, the witch, as I call her. I forget her name, but Mageline. You only want to get, or Croissant if you can. Basically, you're not really gonna pay attention to its effect that much, but you can detach one material from this card and target up to 2 Madolche monsters to the graveyard and shuffle those cards to the deck, then shuffle cards from your opponent controls to the deck, such as basically say use an Angeli's effect to get out a Messengelato and you had a Croissant on the field and you got this out. Basically, you can discard that Messengelato or detach it, and then you get those 2 back and then you shuffle 2 of your opponent's monsters back. One thing I forgot about Chocolate mode. Its second effect is if it has Madolche Pudding Princess on, you get to basically in your main, when a Madolche monster recycles itself and you accept during damage step, you can detach it a material and special summon a Madolche monster from your deck in attack or face on defense position. Basically, you're help something from your deck, but it's special summon. So the next monster, Blade Armor Ninja, you'll only be really summoning this with Messengelato, which basically you get this out. It must be meaning you're either going for no TK or you're really desperate for a strong monster that can, well, it's not really that strong, but it's quite reliable with its effect. You can summon it, detach material, and it can attack and use on this, make it attack twice. Arc, pretty self-explanatory. If you want to take control of a monster that's really causing problems that you can't deal with, nor otherwise, use this card's effect, and bam, it's material for this. Heartland Draco, Blade Control, basically Ticket or the Chateau. This card cannot be targeted by attacks. Also, in once per turn, detach card this material and this, then this can attack directly, but your other monsters can't attack. Remember that. So either you get a direct attack with this monster, or you don't, and the other monsters can't attack, or you get all your monsters to attack, and no guarantee that this will attack directly. Then Castel, basically, if you want to shuffle a monster to your opponent's monster, but remember, it does have an effect by detaching one. You can basically, it's a Book of Moon. Target a face-up monster on the field and change them face-up position. Gagaga Cowboy, basically detach material, and depending on the position, do whatever you want. Leviar Sea Dragon, basically use this to get out those Angelos that you'll be banishing with that Hoot Cake. Invoker, use this to get out that Messengelato while you have a beast down, of course, and get out that Madolche Queen. Now, I'll be showing you guys another little quick run through of cards slowly, so take a look, take a gander, and remember, if you do want to join us, do not just leave a like and make sure you subscribe, but I am the head of admissions, so you'll send me send me an email. It should be on our site. So send me an email, and I'll try to make sure I follow a good procedure and make sure that anybody that's willing to join our community and is willing to help us, I will make sure that you are either A, to be able to join, B, if you, of course I'm going to try to get everybody to join, but enough said, on to the looks. Alright guys, that's the deck build for Madolche, made by Painter. Once again, I'm sorry you couldn't make this video, but I'm here subbing for him, YGOPRO or Dominic rushing. If you want to leave a deck that you want us to build, leave it in the comment section below, and we'll try to get to it. And this is YGOPRO.